Hello and welcome to The Young and the Restless Fanatic. I am Chad Thomas and I am happy to introduce the very first episode right here on Red and Slymm Productions. We did a tribute episode to Catherine Chancellor already, and we are excited to go ahead and dive into getting into cast favorites, storylines, and character synopsises and things like that. And today we are starting with Victor Newman. Now, Victor debuted in 1980. The series actually began in 1973, so 7 years into the series, this iconic character leapt onto the screen, and he was only supposed to be on the show for 8 to 12 weeks. And here we are, so many years later, and he's still around. So let's dive into his history right now. Victor was actually an orphan, and he became a self-made tycoon. He came to Genoa City with his wife Julia to help Catherine Chancellor run Chancellor Industries. Victor then creates Newman Enterprises and cheats on Julia twice. Victor then meets stripper Nikki Reed, and it's a bit complicated, but then they have their first child, Victoria. Victor then falls for Ashley Abbott. He leaves Nikki. Nikki gets cancer. Victor goes back to Nikki, and Ashley aborts her baby. Shortly then, Nicholas Newman is born. Then Victor leaves for Kansas. Everybody believes he's dead, and then he meets Hope. And then together they have Victor, Adam, Newman, and Hope returns with Adam to Genoa City, and then later relocates to Kansas, leaving Adam with no idea who his father is. Victor then marries Diane Jenkins. Ashley Abbott, with frozen sperm, gives birth to Abby Newman, but passes her off as Bradley Carlton's child. Victor and Nikki remarry and divorce then 6 years later. Hope dies and Adam arrives in Genoa City to claim his birthrights. Ashley and Victor remarry and then divorce. Victor and Nikki remarry again, but not for too long. Diane returns and remarries Victor, but also for not too long. Victor marries his former daughter-in-law Sharon to push Nikki away, and it ends, and then it reignites. Victor eventually reunites with Nikki and they remarry. Victor is replaced by a look-alike who is a drug lord named Marco, and then things go back to normal. Victor has been a mainstay for so long, and he's only ever been portrayed by Eric Braeden, and it's hard to imagine that anyone else could play the role. Some of the most enduring storylines with Victor include his rivalry with Jack Abbott. Victor has 2 children with Nikki, Victoria and Nicholas. He has a child with Ashley, known as Abby, and his child with Hope, who is Adam. Victor can be very beloved, and he can also be hated, and that's why he's one of the most essential characters on The Young and the Restless. And after all these many years that I've been watching, it has been phenomenal to see his trajectory into the series. and all his family history. So he makes me very happy when it comes to any time that he is on screen, because he's dynamic, he is fierce, he can be very vulnerable at times, and Eric Braeden is just phenomenal in the role. I want to thank the whole cast and crew of The Young and the Restless for being around for as long as you have and supporting this wonderful series, and it's certainly appreciated, and especially in the times of quarantine and getting all these wonderful flashback episodes. It's been really remarkable to see the history of the show. So thank you for watching this episode. Keep in mind there will be future episodes of The Young and the Restless Fanatic, and as always, love and light to you all.